Introduction. Hello, Riders and Rangers. Welcome to Power Rangers Turbo Reimagined. My reimagined idea for this season is to become more mature, serious, and darker, but still fun. This is to grow along with the audiences who are becoming tweens and teenagers, similar to the Harry Potter books. It is still compatible with those who started off watching MMPR and will still be interested in watching Turbo. I will also be pulling a Go-onger RPM take. Turbo will use the suits from Carranger, but a lot of stories will be made to be less silly than the Sentai counterpart, despite using Sentai footage. Ready?
Shift to the Turbo!
Last season, Zeo ended with Zordon striking a deal with Prince Sprocket, where the Earth will be left alone by the Machine Empire after destroying his rival heir to the throne, Prince Gasket. Zordon would ensure all the cracks in Demon Realm would be sealed off. So Lord Zed will remain weak and will never be able to forge his demonic army. Billy remained on Aquitar to aid the alien planet in fixing their ecosystem destroyed during the Machine Empire ransack. Jason went to Triforia to be trained by Lord Trey the King Ranger about governance and being more than just a ranger. Turbo Movie, the movie is about passing the torch, and the season is going to the next step. Previously, Zordon tells the Rangers they are allowed to step down or continue. With the threat of the Machine Empire gone and the Machine Empire promising to fend off Rita and Zed, the Rangers decide to return to their civilian lives. The Rangers have been seeking out candidates over the summer and have a clue in who they want to succeed them. Rocky has been showing signs that he feels overwhelmed by Ranger duties as well, having trouble balancing schoolwork, personal aspirations, and Ranger duties. Zordon recommended him to take a breather away from Ranger duties so Rocky can focus himself. Rocky aspires to be a karate champion. Tanya had decided to retire from Power Rangers because she wants to return to her regular life like Kimberly. She has been screened by a professor from a prestigious college. She will follow her passion in her music career and learning music theory. Tommy, throughout the past season, was fearful of his tenure as a Ranger, fearing the power is going to corrupt him. He is still traumatized by the evil Green Ranger and has a lot of guilt for his villainous actions. But in time, he overcame it and wants to become more than just a Ranger. His next step as an adult is entering a prestigious university to become a paleontologist. He is going to discover the ancient secrets in relation to the dinosaurs, hoping to bring back his friend, the mighty but non-active Dragon Zord, and find a way to restore Titanus, who is still in recovery. Kat now learned how to be a hero. Being a Ranger was like her cocoon, now emerging as a butterfly. Her next stage is going to be an Eltarian archaeologist, trying to discover more and how her exiled fellow criminals of Eltar had affected human history. She wants to rebuild Eltar that was sacked by Zed. Zordon nominated her to be the next mentor training on Eltar to form her own Eltarian team of Power Rangers. Ninjor has selected Adam to become the next Ninja Master. Adam is going into mineralogy and engineering so he can discover more about the ancient components of the power coins and ninja powers as well. As said prior, there was a galactic space pirate who ransacked the treasures of Triforia and left them across the galaxy, like the Zeo Crystal and Auric the Conqueror Tiki form. With so much build-up and anticipation to the Space Pirate Queen, we are introduced to her grace, or should I say her disgrace, Diva Tox. The top galactic gangster. She is fun first, money second. Her personality is a vicious sociopath and acts like a wild card. She has been destroying worlds for entertainment. Basically, she enjoys watching the world burn. Think of that cat that slides every glassware onto the ground. Because she can. When she hears the backwatered Earth with the help of a pathetic life form stuck in a time warp, fended off the all-powerful Machine Empire that brought United-affiliated Omni Haven of Triforia to its knees, defeated Mistress of All Evil Rita and her boss Lord Zed combined, Diva Tox decides to have a little fun. Her next entertainment is challenging the Power Rangers. Starting off with her debut, she hid riddles all over Angel Grove. The Zeo Rangers were able to piece together this new player in town who wants to ransack the Jewelry District as a challenge. When the Rangers arrived at the Jewelry District, she sent in her minions. Her tactics made the Zeo Rangers useless against her minions. One of her lackeys gave her a detector. Diva Tox is looking for something, attacking everyone she sees in the way. The Rangers arrived and she blasted them with an energy beam. The Rangers gathered their final finisher and shot it at Diva Tox. Turns out it was a hologram. Diva Tox had the Rangers blast at a tiny splinter of the universe between our realm and the demon realm. It cracked reality and out came the monster of the day. The Rangers were no match against the demon. The Rangers were forced to retreat back to their base. Zordon said Billy knew this day would come. Ancient Triforian Zeo powers would be obsolete someday. If the Machine Empire's treaty about the demon portal is violated, if more than 50 demons are unleashed at the same time, the Machine Empire would return to attack the Earth. Divatox wants to get 5 pure souls to transform Earth into the demon portal to grab a bag of popcorn to see Earth in trouble again. She briefs the demon to convince him to join her side. The demon agrees, wanting to get Dark Spectre out of the demon realm. Dark Spectre has been torturing fellow demons for fun after being trapped in the portal for so long. Back in the Rangers' daily lives, it has been a few weeks since Divatox's attack, thus the Rangers are a bit more relaxed yet alert. We are introduced to 5 new characters who the Rangers had interacted with. As Rocky is having a tough time as Zeo Ranger 3 Blue, the Zeo powers are detrimental to his mental health. He's been getting more tired and fatigued, which affects his decision making. Thus, he has been injured in the previous battle with Divatox. To make matters worse, Rocky pushed himself too hard, despite not being in condition for his charity karate tournament, worsening his injuries. While the team scans Rocky's body for the damage, Alpha notices a strange pattern in Rocky's brain chemistry. As hinted by Jason's run with the Gold Zeo King powers, not every human is suitable to use Zeo powers due to its alien origins. Rocky reveals his chosen successor, Justin Stewart, Billy's cousin and prodigy. During Zeo's season, under Zordon's guidance and permission, Billy was allowed to have Justin by his side to develop backup Turbo Zords. Justin was chosen by Rocky because he is Billy's cousin. It was established that Rocky looks up to Billy a lot, admiring his wit and intelligence. Between Billy and Rocky, Rocky has said if he ever retire from being the Blue Ranger, he'd want Justin to take his place, and Billy says Justin would be a good successor. On the Cranston physiology and bloodline, Billy's exposure to the Zeo radiation has an opposite effect to Rocky. It increases his intellect. This was confirmed by Alpha. Justin's intellect has already been affected by the Zeo crystals, where he is only 12 years old and he's already in grade 12. Rocky has hypothesized that Justin shares the same bloodline as Billy, thus would be beneficial for Justin to be the next Blue Ranger. When Kat brought out the fact it made Billy lose his humanity, Alpha said Billy created the turbo technology specifically to dampen its radiation effects on organics. Hypothetically, it allows users to retain their humanity. As Justin was trying to cheer Rocky up due to him feeling blue for not being able to participate in the tournament, Rocky asked Justin if he was interested in becoming a Power Ranger. However, Justin refuses as he is scared of evil space aliens. He was still traumatized after being kidnapped by the Machine Empire in the past to challenge Billy. Furthermore, Justin is worried about having his physiology altered by the Zeo radiation. Would it truly still be Justin, or it's just the Zeo radiation taking over? But Justin still wants to be a tech guy for the Rangers. Rocky respects Justin's decision, but before they knew it, the two were attacked by Divatox's minions, the Piranatrons. When Rocky was about to morph, the Piranatrons grabbed his arms. His morpher fell off of his wrists. Justin held his own, but Rocky, with his injury, was in no state to fight. When the minions were dragging Rocky away, Rocky tells Justin to use his intelligence to pick a successor for him. Rocky was then teleported away along with his attackers. Next, we are introduced to 2 new characters on the bus, TJ and Cassie. Cassie was singing out loud, which other passengers are not too happy about. TJ spoke up and told her nicely that she's disturbing others. The two start mingling. TJ is going to be studying engineering and has a baseball scholarship. Earlier on, he met with Tommy, and the two were helping a kid get a remote control airplane stuck on a tree. In a conversation between the two, TJ said he will be going to join the remote control car engineering club. In a flashback, it revealed that Cassie befriended Kat when the two were trying to help an old lady whose bag broke, spilling all her groceries. When the Piranatron arrived, they targeted TJ and Cassie for no reason. TJ chose to stay and fight. Cassie originally wanted to run away, but seeing TJ in trouble, she hesitated but joined in to help. Unfortunately, the two are no match. However, they aided other civilians escape. When Tommy and Kat in Ranger form arrive in time, the pair are impressed with these new characters' courage. Unfortunately, the foot soldiers captured TJ and Cassie and teleported out of there. Kat was wondering what Divatox would like to do with these two. While Tanya was going to get her driving license, she was stalked by Piranatrons. She met a girl dressed in yellow, Ashley Hammond, who was going to submit her papers to be a volunteer driving instructor. She bravely tried to stop them and prevented them from kidnapping Tanya, which Ashley in return got captured instead. In a friendly match, Carlos, the only soccer player in green, was playing on Adam's opposing soccer teams. One player in Carlos's team was cheating. Carlos was hot-headed in defending that player at first, but upon realizing the other player was cheating, apologized to Adam's team. They were ambushed by Piranatrons. Carlos helped fellow soccer members escape, while Adam held them back. Adam admires his character. Carlos is a soccer prodigy and will be the life of the team. He's the newest version of Zach and Rocky, but Carlos got captured instead by the Piranhatrons. Before they were teleported away, Adam threw a tracking device on Carlos. As the Zeo Rangers return to the command base, they all hatch a rescue mission to rescue the 5 teenagers with pure souls. The Rangers, Alpha and Zordon, were all scratching their heads, wondering why they want these courageous teenagers instead of them. Back in Divatox's Volcano Command Post, this is the location where the demon crack is most volatile. With the sacrifice of the 5 teenagers of pure souls, it would release the demon onto this reality. Divatox wants to have the irony that the Power Rangers are the ones who brought hell on Earth. When Divatox realized only 1 out of the 5 teenagers were Zeo Rangers, she flipped out. Piranhatrons can't tell humans apart, but are just looking at them based on their colored clothing. TJ was wearing red, Cassie was wearing pink, Ashley was wearing yellow, and Carlos was wearing green. Divatox decides to lure the Rangers over with these civilians as bait. She did not know they were candidates for the next set of Rangers. After realizing the Zeo Zords were destroyed in the previous season, she makes her demon giant to attack the Rangers. The monster enlargement this season was by shooting enlargement missiles at them. It's the same mechanism of Zed's enlargement bombs. However, the Rangers were able to counter it with the new Turbo Megazord. The new overgrown toy is awesome. The Turbo Zords proved to be a great improvement to the ancient Triforian Zeo Zords. The Rangers crushed Divatox's monster, and it escaped by shrinking back to normal size. Unfortunately, it was a diversion by Divatox, and she was using that time to capture Titanus. So with Titanus and the Rangers of 5 pure souls, she has all that she needs to transform Earth into a demon portal for good. Divatox wants to prove that everyone's fighting their darkness and should just let their dark side take over. During this movie, she challenges the Rangers over and over again, making them question their own stances. Divatox made Tommy question himself during the evil Green Ranger arc, as she said Rita's spell only unleashed what he wanted, not a true mind control spell. During Zeo's season, Tommy revealed he feared himself as a Power Ranger. Kat was shamed by Divatox for causing her predecessor Kimberly to leave the team, questioning whether she did it so purposefully to make Kimberly be replaced so she can be one of Zordon's pink lapdogs. Adam is getting more frustrated over Divatox becoming more aggressive. The Zeo crystal radiation is amplifying his aggression. He has become more ruthless in his attacks due to his anger towards Divatox's cruelty. He is learning to calm himself down through ninja meditation techniques. Divatox shames Tanya for giving up her ranger responsibilities over her selfish wants. Zordon consolidates her that the choice of being a ranger is hers, and her responsibility right now is to choose a proper successor. Zordon consolidates the Rangers with all their self-doubts. As Divatox is not a powerful almighty being, she plays with Rangers through devious mind games, trying to break the Rangers apart from within. With 1 Ranger down and only 4 Rangers with Titanus captured, it motivated Justin to see how important it is to be a Ranger. Thus, he decides to join the team and become Rocky's successor. Rocky's morpher in Justin's pocket glows, opening it, revealing the blue Zeo crystal. It shone a beam of light onto Justin, accepting him. Finally, with 5 Rangers, the heroes tried to ambush Divatox's lava base. At the lava base, Divatox was about to sacrifice the captured teenagers to break the portal, but were stopped when the 4 Zeo Rangers arrived, unmorphed. The 4 Rangers fought against the Piranhatrons, with Justin arriving, sneaking through. Justin hypothesized this major crack between the universe will be nullified if they merge the Zeo subcrystals together at that spot. The Zeo Rangers were overwhelmed by the Piranhatrons. They lost the Zeo crystals to Elgar. Rocky escaped his shackles and helps the captured teenagers escape. These 5 worked together and fought Elgar. Rocky was holding back as he was still injured, but he managed to trip Elgar into the volcano. TJ caught the Zeo crystal. He threw it to Ashley like a baseball, and she ran with it like a football player. Cassie covered her and punched the Piranhatrons out of the way so Ashley can head towards the crack. However, the Piranhatrons tackled her, and she dropped the crystal. Carlos came in time and kicked the Zeo crystal like a soccer ball. The Zeo crystal was aimed to be kicked towards Justin, who was standing at the spot where the crack between universes. Justin catched it and slammed it onto the crack, which sealed it. The lava disappeared. Turns out this magma is from the other universe. Elgar, who was falling into the lava, was saved in a nick of time when the lava disappeared. Divatox ran towards the crack. She slaps Justin out of the way and got the Zeo crystal. This was her plan all along, to get the Zeo crystals to transform the Earth into a demon portal, just to tell Lord Zed she's better than him and Rita combined. However, the Zeo crystal breaks into 5 pieces again and flies back to the Zeo Rangers. The Rangers escape the no longer active volcano base. However, they were intercepted by a possessed Titanus. The Zord claims to be carrying the soul of the almighty monarch Dark Spectre, and the Rangers should tremble under their fear. They summoned the Turbo Zords and escaped just in time before the evil Titanus stomped on them. Rescue mission was a success. This leads to the final chapter of the movie. In the command base, the 4 teenagers explain they were observed by Zordon and the Rangers for a while already. They are chosen to be the new team of Turbo Rangers. The passing of the Zeo crystals was treated like a graduation ceremony, the Rangers becoming more than just simply Rangers. Trey of Treforia and Jason Lee Scott makes another cameo via hologram to witness and honor the Treforian Zeo crystals being passed to the next set of Rangers that also uses Triforian-based technology. The reason why Zordon chose this day to pass the torch is because Justin finally finished making Turbo Morphers. Alpha bestowed new Turbo Morphers to the new team. Trey instructed them to place their Zeo crystals into the new Turbo Morphers. Justin, with the blue Zeo crystal, dampened the Zeo radiation towards Rocky. Zordon hypothesized Rocky can morph one last time before his Morphin Grid detox. Justin explains he cannot morph into the Turbo Ranger individually because the initial morph requires all 5 of them to morph together in order to work. The Zeo Rangers want to have one last fight with the Turbo Rangers. Zordon shares the Zeo crystal powers between the 2 teams, but it makes them more vulnerable and half as powerful. After merging the Zeo crystals to these new morphers, the newcomers will become the new Turbo Power Rangers. Meanwhile, there was a warning siren. Turns out Divatox decides to capture the sleeping Dragon Zord with Titanus under her possession. Arriving at the quarry, the 2 teams of Rangers morph together, and the new Rangers triumphantly become the Turbo Rangers and fend off Divatox's minions effectively with the veterans. Showing off their new powers, the Turbo Rangers defeated Divatox's forces, but the biggest threat still remains, the possessed Titanus. Using Turbo Zords, the Zeo and Turbo Rangers were able to evade Titanus's attacks. However, it seems impossible to restore Titanus back to normal. When all hope was lost, Pyramidus arrived with the Gold King Ranger Trey of Treforia and Jason as the armored Red Ranger in the cockpit. The 2 carrier Zords duke it out, and Pyramidus barely subdues Titanus. The Turbo Rangers ejected from their Zords, and Trey told the Rangers to take out their crystals and aimed at Titanus's eye. Trey took his power staff and also threw it at Titanus's eye. When the staff and crystal entered Titanus's eye, it created a brilliant bright light. It blasted knocked the Dark Spectre soul out of it, restoring the Brachiosaurus carrier Zord back to normal. First defeat of Divatox concludes the graduation ceremony. The Rangers witnessing the new team are reliable and dependable, thus passing on their Ranger duties to them as they leave Angel Grove. It was a triumphant moment. However, Divatox still has an ace up her sleeve, taunting the Rangers. When the Rangers fired their final finisher at her, she dodged and it hit the place where she wanted them to be aiming at, the Shatterpoint of the Demon Realm. Cracking the Demon Realm, Divatox and her gang retreated, leaving the Rangers pending doom or minor inconvenience. Without thinking, the 5 Zeo Rangers and the Tyranno Ranger ran towards the portal. The Turbo Rangers threw the Zeo crystals at them, but the portal still wouldn't close. Zordon realized that the shatter point of the portal is still widening, and the Zeo crystals aren't strong enough to close them from this side. The portal needs to be closed from the other side. The Zeo Rangers told the Turbo Rangers they have to work together to close the portal to save the Earth. TJ told them they don't trade lives, but it was too late. The Zeo Rangers and Tyranno Ranger trapped themselves onto the other side of the portal to close it. Reluctantly, the Turbo Rangers close the portal. The King Ranger jumps in and mutters an incantation. The victory over Divatox felt hollow. Although Titanus and the new Turbo team were saved, the previous Rangers were lost. Zordon briefs the Rangers on losing their friends, but they have to fight on, otherwise the veteran Ranger's sacrifice would be in vain. Zordon and Trey will search the galaxy far and wide to find a way to release the Zeo Rangers. Trey fears the Zeo Rangers won't be able to defend themselves against the demons without the Zeo powers, so he used the Golden Power Staff to freeze time in the Demon Realm. To the Zeo Rangers and the demons would have been frozen in time until the portal is opened again. The Turbo team needs to focus on their task, defend the Earth from Divatox's psychotic, mindless violence. Movie ends with the Blue Centurion crash landing on Earth and Divatox recovering him.